Alright, we're going to make a shed using Inventor. So here's the shed that I'm wanting to construct. So I've already in Inventor made two rectangles representing 2x4s that are 10 feet. So this one's going to be top and bottom. And I've made one that goes up and down that's not fully 8 feet. Our ceiling's going to be 8 feet, but this thing goes 92 and 5/8. And then the width of the board is 3.5 inches, and the thickness of 2x4s is always 1.5 inches. So I've already brought them into my assembly just to make this video a little less long. So let's see if we can do the assembly so that we can understand it. Because then taking your design plans and taking a look at what your walls are supposed to be laid out by, we're going to start here just to make the video a little less long. I'm going to do the back wall because it's the simplest, but then it's a repeat for the side walls. You only have to do this side wall once, and then you just bring it in twice into your assembly. All right, so the first board is placed. So we have a 2x4. The 92 5/8 is placed on the end. So let's start there. That should be too bad. So we're just going to constrain and mate that board to this board, and then we're going to flush it out to make it fit properly. So I'm just going to take that surface and make it come into contact with my first up and down vertical 2x4. The one thing I spaced on, let's see how it worked out, so it's okay. The one thing I spaced on is to ground it, so I'm just going to quickly, now that I've got that one done, I'm just going to quickly ground this one so that I don't have this 2x4 flying all over the place. I want something to anchor. I'm just going to move this guy out of the way. So here's where my assembly is happening. So I'm going to go back to my constrain and I'm going to mate it. So this front face and that front face need to line up. And then I want to place this one right on the end. So no measurement, just flush it out with the end of my 2x4. So my wall is starting to take shape. So the next one ultimately is the trickiest one. So I'm going to go back to a mate where I can bring this 2x4 in and bring it together with that one. So I'm going to mate that surface together with the next 2x4. And then I'm going to take a look and just notice that obviously my flushing's not done yet, so I got to flush that face out. And then here's the process that I want us to follow, is that I'm going to flush always this face, that one I needed offset, but I'm going to flush it initially on the edge to make it a 0, but then this offset is going to line up with the dimensions that are indicated on this document. So 23.25 is the distance that I wanted to offset by. So if I offset it by 23.25, I'll find that that shifts over exactly to where I want it to be. So that's going to be a repeat for all of the other vertical beams. So let's see how far I can get in the next few minutes to get this wall totally set. So we're going to mate that together with, shift it over to flush, and flush, flush. Offset for the second one's 47.25. Press apply. So we got two. The process is repeated, and then the top piece is just going to be mated and flushed. I'm going to kill this video right now because I think it's just a repeat of that. So make sure you're using this document as you're walking across and take a look at the numbers that are represented for your dimensions.